Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got lead judges with me. We've just beaten Fulham 1-0 here at Craven Cottage. Classically 1-0 to the Arsenal, but I don't know, it felt like off the back of the international break, you wanted to probably come back and be, entertained. Is that what you were looking for coming into this game, or were you just happy they got the win?
Yeah, a little bit. I see what you're saying. What we was hoping today was for us to blow them away, and that would encourage us going into these games before the next international break. It didn't happen. I thought we was very, very poor in the first half. Attacking four were non-existent. I thought their decision making, everything was really poor. But I think, like, you look at that game today, 6-7 players perhaps playing below par. Yeah. And we've still gone and got the result and won 1-0. So I look at that as a massive positive today. Okay. Defensively played really, really well. And listen, if it as poor as we were today, if it weren't for Leno with 2 or 3 very good saves, we could have won this game 2 or 3-0 and people look at it a little bit differently. But listen, it was all about winning today, and that's what we've done. Without a doubt, not at our best.
Yeah, I think I agree with what you said there. Just quickly, so you said about the defence. Did you ever feel, be honest, did you ever feel like they were gonna score? Because I look at our defence and you feel like they're so good. We don't concede rarely ever, but that last added minutes, 9 minutes, and then even just before then, it felt like you didn't. No,
honestly, when it went up 9 minutes, it didn't bother me. I thought, well, we could see this out. I felt defensively we were very, very sound. Listen, if you're going to trust Arsenal to do really, really well, trust the back four. Yeah. Trust the back four, or you can put Raya in there, and the defensive side of our game is fantastic. Yeah. It really is, the way we get in shape and the way we defend, so trust in that. Yep. There's lots of other areas we've got to work on to get better. But listen, you don't concede goals, you're not going to lose games. And then you've got one little bit of magic or something that comes up, or a set piece today, that it was, And that's what we had to rely on today, because the front four were not at it today.
Well, Trossard was in that front four and he got the goal. So did you see?
Yeah, other than that, he didn't do a lot, did he? If I'll be honest, he gave the ball away a few times. Didn't really get round the back. Do you know what was our worst thing today? I don't know if you noticed it. Our crossing was shocking.
First couple of corners, couldn't get it past the first one.
Like when I was putting it too far at the back post, there was no real danger. Crosses going in. Yeah. I thought for our front three, as I say, front four, if you're going to include Eze in that, weren't at it today.
Those are the 2 players we're going to talk about. Actually, is going to be one from our front line, and then Eze as well. Eze got that starting berth in the midfield, and I think fans, especially me, you're excited to see Eze start, especially in the 10. Did you see enough from today? Is it a?
It's a worry.
Really?
It's a worry, I actually thought he was poor today, And if I'll be really honest, if Martin Odegaard put in a performance like that, the social media would be on a meltdown. That's fair. What I mean?
Does he get a bit of grace because he's new into the team and on?
Yes, of course he gets a bit of grace on that, but at the end of the day, I thought he was non-existent today. Honestly, I didn't think he was good at all today.
Is that no look on the system or anything? Is that actually just, you think that's more just on the player not getting involved and
you can look at the system. You can look at the system.
I know some people will try and look
out of certain players in this team at this moment in time. We're not getting the best out of our attacking play at this moment in time. It's got to change. But you're saying about bringing different midfield players in and all that. But when they come in, they've got to perform.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Zubimendi, I thought, done okay. But out of, from the back four, I think all were fantastic today, right? They were. Then you've got Declan Rice, that was normal standard. Yep. The rest weren't. Yeah. The rest weren't.
Can we talk about Victor Gyökeres, because it feels like, for me, I'm an ex-striker, you played the game as well, and it feels like he's our key, not like summer signing. You want to get him involved, the goal scorer, he won a Ballon d'Or for being the best striker in the world, but it seems like either it's lack of service or it's just he's not really in the game. He had 2 good shots that Leno made some good saves from, but is there an issue that we're not involving him, or he's not involving himself in Arsenal's play? I want to get your thoughts around Victor.
Listen, he had a magnificent game against Newcastle, let's be honest, didn't score. But today, I looked at it today, right, he had half a chance, which they blast over the bar. He's done well to get into that, create that chance. Yeah. The one that Leno saves unlucky. And listen, it's not falling for him at the moment. I think Leno, I think it was from Saka he saved for it. Another day it just rolls to him and he gets a tap in, it's not happening for him. But you can't, I'm not here to make excuses for him now, like, you know what I mean? He is here to score goals, and he's here to score goals against these teams, like, and he's not. And his hold-up play today wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough.
I agree.
Wasn't good enough. And then, like, you're looking at, so if it's breaking up from down there, then that is a domino effect to the wide players, to the midfield players, and everything like that. Now, when I played midfield and all that. If you knock the ball up to your striker, right, you've got to trust him to make your run. Now, if you know it's coming off him left, right, and centre, you're not making that run positively because you think that it's not going to go up to him, like, you know. Now, when they play Havertz in there, they knock the ball into Havertz, it stays. So they've got the confidence to push on and move. It keeps breaking down.
So what is Victor missing then? Because you all those points I actually do agree with you what you're saying, but it's like the difference between Havertz and Gyökeres is
confidence.
Okay.
Confidence.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
can change it, can change a lot.
You know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden, like, you know, he'll score a goal and you'll see a different thing about it. How many times have you seen players not at it, and then they get a goal and all of a sudden their confidence just goes through the roof? And that happens at professional football, it happens at semi-professional, wherever.
Anyway, Sunday League, if this is Sunday League, goes all the way through the league's confidence.
Everywhere. And at the moment, I see him do really well today. If he had scored 4 goals before that game, he scores that goal, it's over the bar, but he snatches at it slightly, like, you know. Listen, we can't keep making excuses. He's got to deliver. We've got, you know, we're in a position now when we need him to be at his best. We need Saka to be at his best. I feel like some of the touches Saka done today was outstanding, but his final ball weren't good enough.
Yeah, the balls for his control and taking down.
I was right at the front. Like, it was absolutely world class. Yeah. But then he never produced. He'd done one little run which was unlucky. We got knocked off the line. But I felt he didn't deliver today. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that Eze did. I don't think that that Trossard did, apart from the goal. I don't think that they were nowhere near at the level that they should be. Because at the end of the day, we haven't really played well today. But listen,
it's good that you're looking at it in that sense, though. You're not looking at it in a sense of I'm concerned about the performances and the win. You're looking at it in the sense of we won the game even though we played bad.
Well, yeah, exactly, because there's 2 ways to look at it. And
glass half full, glass half empty.
You know, you've played bad and you've won a game of football. We didn't win it. We played a lot better last season and didn't win. You know what I mean? So we've picked up 2 more points than what we've done here last season. So I look at it from that point of view. Also, you have to go into it, and I'm not making excuses when I say this. They've all been away on international duty. They've all come back. They haven't hardly trained Thursday. They've trained Friday. They've not really, you know.
But is that the same for both teams? Obviously, we got more for Arsenal. Of course
it is, but when you're a team like Fulham, you know what I mean. Like they're playing today. If they lose this game 1-0, like none of their fans are going to be asking for the manager to be sacked or asking, like, you know, he ain't going to do this and ain't do that. For us today, we know that we had to win this game today. So there was a bit of pressure on us to come here and get the result. Now there's a bit of pressure to come on and perform, Cecil. We didn't do that. But we got the result. I'd rather us play like that and win than play really, really well and lose. There's a fine line, isn't there? But we didn't. You know what I mean? Like, no one's gonna. I don't think anybody's gonna come over and remember this game and sort of like mask out, you know, Arsenal this, Arsenal that. If you're going to be really basic about it, it's a poor performance today. But at the end of it, we got the goal. And listen, sometimes you don't play really well and you get a little bit of magic from a Saka or a little bit of magic from certain players, you know, in the past. You know, Henry would do. I've watched games when Henry, we've won 1-0 and we've been really poor with someone like Henry and Vieira and all those stuff. But it's a little bit of magic. We didn't have that today, but we had the set piece in the bank. So listen, there's positives today. The one positive today, and I say it, that is the back 4 are awesome. Timber right at it again today, like Gabriel at it, Saliba at it, and Calafiori was again brilliant, like, you know. So there you go.